Here are some facts, which may surprise you. In total, British Bomber Command flew 501,536 operational sorties. 500,000 is no mean feat. It may surprise you also that most large crews of bombers like the Wellington and Lancaster were piloted by the captain. All bombers had a captain, and in 80% of cases, the captain of a British bomber was a flight sergeant. During the Second World War, there was 125,000 aircraft crew in Bomber Command, and we will touch on the losses later on in this video. After the early years of World War II, Britain and her allies went on the front foot. They took the fight to the Germans, whether that was in North Africa or bombing Germany itself and military targets around Europe. From 1942, Britain got its act together. The Chief of Bomber Command, who was aptly named Bomber Harris, took the fight to Nazi Germany. As I mentioned earlier, the total organization was 125,000 aircraft crew, pilots in Bomber Command. You had to have nerves of steel to be part of a bomber crew. If he was flying to Western Germany, it was a round trip of 8 hours. If the plane was flying to Berlin, the round trip could be 12 hours. Some bombers had an escort across the Channel, but as soon as they got into mainland Europe, they were on their own. Flying across France, Belgium, Germany to get to whatever target was on the night agenda, the most defended landmass in all of history, a defense of all kinds of weapons, all types, AK guns, fighters, and as the war went on, the German fighters got better and better. Let us have a look at the German fighter planes that the RAF bombers would have come into contact with. The trusty Messerschmitt 109, a fearless fighter. As the years went on, it was upgunned and had various different models. The Focke-Wulf 190 was perhaps pound for pound the best fighter plane of World War II. If the tail gunner or top gunner saw one of these coming at them, they had a battle on their hands. Like I said, these crew have nerves of steel. The most formidable opponent, which came at the end of the war, was the Messerschmitt Me 626, a fighter with a jet engine and top speed of 600 miles per hour, 120 miles per hour faster than the American Mustang fighter. By the end of the war, the Germans had 1,200 of these monsters, but only about 100 saw combat. If you was unlucky as a bomber crew to engage one of these on the way home, it would be a turkey shoot. If that wasn't enough to put up with, you had the endless air defense guns in France and Belgium, and Holland, around all the towns and cities, and as the crews flew into Germany, they would be met with a steel wall of German AK guns, 88mm, 40mm, there was thousands of them, and it was running a gauntlet. By 1944, many captains, flight sergeants, of the bombers were suffering, mentally and physically, PTSD. I'm not even including the rest of the crew. A 12-hour flight over hostile countryside must have been traumatic. They fully have my respect. During the war years, 1939 to 1945, Great Britain lost 8,325 bombers. Bomber Command crews also suffered a very high casualty rate. 55,000 were killed at a total of 125,000 aircrew, a 44.4% death rate. It's mind-blowing figures like these, which make you realize we not to have been part of a bomb crew in the Second World War. I have nothing but total respect for these men. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and may I ask if you could like and subscribe, it does help the channel.